So for the love of God, for the respect of John Lewis.
Reverend Raphael Warnock is a Democrat running for U.S. Senate, but he also says he has the perspective of being a friend of the late civil rights icon John Lewis. He officiated at Lewis's funeral last week.
We love John Robert Lewis.
As the anniversary of the Voting Rights Act is marked, Warnock says Lewis would want action.
Everybody stood up last week saying what a great man John Lewis was. We saw Mitch McConnell speak very eloquently about how he was a man of integrity. While Mitch McConnell was saying that, he knows that he's literally been sitting on the reauthorization of the Voting Rights Act.
In 2013, parts of the Voting Rights Act were gutted by the U.S. Supreme Court. Many states, including Georgia, said some of the requirements were no longer needed and that states should have more ability to pass laws like voter ID. Advocates have a different perspective.
We've seen voter suppression all across this state.
A bill now named after Lewis would restore the rules in the original Voting Rights Act. That bill passed the House over a year ago, but has never been taken up in the Senate. Warnock calling on Georgia Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler to take notice.
If Kelly Loeffler and Senator Perdue believe in voting rights, then they ought to stand up for it. They ought to ask Mitch McConnell, at least put it up for a vote.
Keep in mind, Warnock is running for Senate himself. Still, restoring the Voting Rights Act was getting attention long before he became a candidate. He does believe Lewis's death has produced a new sense of purpose and that the Senate should listen and pass the bill.
They ought to do it, and they ought to do it now.
Joanne Merrigan, WSAV News 3, on your side.